Good evening, everybody. My name's Donnie Glover, and welcome to BlackUSA.News, where we broadcast 7 days a week. Tuesday night is my night to get down with the get down. We have a very special guest for you tonight. He is ever so talented. He is a legend. He is a musician, and more than all of that, he is one heck of a human being. Let me see if I can find something biographical about this man. The Sun paper wrote in 1998 that he's the man who finds music everywhere. Fox Baltimore did a story, Abu the Flutemaker, still entertaining Baltimore after 40 years, and that was in 2015. So 46 years of entertainment. Let's just get to the one and only Abu the Flutemaker. Abu, there we go. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And now let's first thank your cameraman. Who is your cameraman?
Cameraman is Khalil Campbell, a very talented violinist here in Baltimore. He's my grandson.
Good deal. We're going to have to put the camera on him. But right now, let's talk to you.
Okay.
Brother Abu, how old are you?
I'm just 80. I'm just 81. 1940, March 10th.
Good God Almighty. I gotta ask you, when you get to appear on this show, do you get any feedback? Anybody tell you they saw you on this show?
Oh yes. You people told me that I saw you on the Donnie Glover. I heard you on the radio on Donnie Glover's station, and I hear a lot of feedback. And they talk about the clip that you did on me performing at the farmers market. I get a lot of feedback off of that. A lot of people saw that, and they saw it on my YouTube. They saw it on YouTube, and some people went to Google, and they Googled Abu the Flutemaker, and they saw the activities that I performed at the various farmers market events.
You know, one video you and I did went around the world. We got feedback from all over the world. Remember that day?
Yeah, I remember that. Great.
Now, what cities have you performed in?
Well, Miami, Chicago, Bangor, Maine, Washington, D.C., New York, in Tennessee. Oh, boy, I've been so many different places. In Virginia.
Where's your favorite place to travel?
I would say, it's kind of hard to say because the places that I visited and that I performed at, I didn't stay there exactly long enough to really enjoy it, but I really enjoyed performing in Montreal, Canada.
Go ahead with your bad self.
They didn't want me to leave, stay up there.
Did you like Canada?
Yes, I did. I liked it. I liked it very much up there. People were very friendly. It seemed like the women was running everything up there. But I had a very enjoyable stay up there in Canada, in Montreal. It was nice.
Now, you saw the world a bit in the military, didn't you?
Oh yes, yes. I was in the Air Force, and I was stationed in Truex Field Air Force Base in Madison, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And 1957 to 1959, I was boxing lightweight in the Air Force, and I did a little traveling then.
Now, you are a granddad, a great granddad?
I'm a great granddad.
Wow.
I have 15 grandchildren and 6 great grandchildren.
Say that again.
I have 17 grandchildren.
17.
And 6 great grand.
Well, how does that feel?
Oh man, it feels great. It feels great.
What do they call you, Pop Pop?
Yeah, they call me Papa Boo. Everybody calls me Papa Boo. And one of my son-in-laws name, and everybody else jumped right on it. Or even my own kid, Papa Boo.
Now, can you remember all 17 names?
Oh no! Wait till you get one. No, I don't remember all the 17 names of all my grandkids, uh, but I know quite a few. I remember quite a few of them.
What is the key to life?
Oh my goodness! Ah, I don't. That's a very hard, difficult question. But I know some of the things that aid you in life and that helps you along in your life. One of them is music. I found out that the real soul food is music and prayer. I call that the real soul food. And if music is a healing device along with prayer, uh, music is medicine. And when you don't need the medicine, music is dessert. So you win either way you look at it.
What kind of music do you like?
I like all kinds of um, I like music with beat, music with some soul, music with some funk. I like all different types of rhythmic music. I like um, I like reggae, and I like all types. I like doo wop. I'm crazy about jazz. And matter of fact, jazz is what I play on a lot of the instruments that I have. A lot of my horns. When I demonstrate, I play jazz. I like a lot of African music, especially music by King. What's his name? My mind is so fogged up now. King Sunny Ade. I am crazy about King Sunny Ade. I play a lot of his music when I'm doing my street performances at the farmers market. Every Saturday, I'm at the farmers market in Waverly. On Sundays, I'm at the farmers market downtown, the farmers market and bazaar off of Saratoga and Holiday Street under the bridge. I'm down there every Sunday, and I have about 10 or 12 drums laid out for children to play while I'm entertaining. And I got drums that I made out of army helmets. I thought I have some here to show you. And the children play these army helmet drums. I decorated them or painted the heads of the drums to look like watermelons. Let me, uh, well, I'm gonna snatch one and let you see it. Uh, this here is one of the drums made from the army helmets. And it's an army helmet covered up with calf skin. Sometimes I use goat skin. The children love playing these drums. I got about 10 or 12 of them that I lay out at the farmer's market on little stands, and the children, they come up and have a ball playing music along with me. I call them my backup band. Um, some of the other instruments that I have, this is the showstopper. Call it a plumber phone. And this is the only one in the world. The plumber phone, as you can see, is made out of PVC tubing, and I use a regular kitchen funnel as the bell, and very easy to play. should have a mic on so you can hear it better. But this is the plumber phone. I figured the plumber need a saxophone too. So here we go. It's in a pentatonic scale. I make them in various notes. And speaking of notes, when I make flutes according to a person's astrological keynote. I discovered years ago that everybody has a particular note that they sing and talk and hum in. And if you're an Aries, your astrological keynote or tone mantra would be C sharp. If you're a Pisces, your note is B. Sagittarius is F. Cancer is G sharp. Everybody has a note. There's 12 notes in the music scale, and there's 12 signs in the zodiac. And I found out that the good Lord gave everybody a note according to their birth sign. So if you're a Gemini, your note is F sharp. If you're a Virgo, your note is C. All Virgos talk, sing, and hum in the key of C. And every song that you're really crazy about got your note in it. And that's what helped you love the song. So once I found that out, I would make instrument or the flutes and horns in a person's note because I knew they would love the sound of it and they would learn it faster. Now, nowadays, when I talk to people and I hear what key they're talking in, sometimes I can listen to a person talk and say, are you a Libra? You're talking in the key of D. They say, yeah, I'm a Libra. So I said, well, treat yourself to a harmonica in your note. I said, if you know another Libra, tell any other person that's in your same sign to hum, and you'll find out they'll be humming in the same note that you hum in. It doesn't matter your race, your age, or your nationality. If it was a little Chinese girl in here sitting beside me, and I tell her if she was 4 or 5 years old, I tell her to hum. If she's a Pisces, she'll be humming in the key of B, be natural. And it doesn't matter. And we would be humming in the same note. And once I found that out, I share that information with people so they can treat themselves to a harmonica. I tell them after they get the harmonica, play a song, put on a song that you're crazy about, put that harmonica in your mouth and blow it. You may not be able to play the song, the melody of the song, but you'll be able to work with that band. And people will think that you're part of the band if they hear you playing. So I advise people to get an instrument, or especially a harmonica, because when you blow in, you're blowing in a chord of your note. And when you suck out, you're sucking out a chord of your note. So I advise them to get an instrument in their note, and they'll be surprised how quick they master playing it. Scorpio's note is E. All Scorpios sing, talk, and hum in the key of E. Leo is B flat. Taurus the bull is E flat. All right. Did I mention Sagittarius is F? And Capricorn is G. All Capricorns hum, sing in the key of G. So treat yourself to a harmonica in your note, and you'll be surprised how well you'll blend in with the music that you love. Okay? If you go somewhere to sing, if you're a Virgo, you tell the keyboard player, let's do this in the key of C. And he'll blend right on in. So I used to share that with a lot of people. And with the same thing with tone mantras, if a person can't afford, especially the young children that may not can afford to treat themselves to a harmonica right away, I show them how to play the world's cheapest musical instrument. And the world's cheapest musical instrument is a soda straw. Now I'm going to demonstrate right now how to make and play an ordinary soda straw. Matter of fact, the straw should be like a milkshake straw, and you can get a straw. Have one here that you can get a straw from Wendy's, Popeye, Burger King, McDonald's. I like the McDonald's straws. After you get the straw, you might have to get a close up on this. You get a straw, and what you want to do is you want to smash the end of the straw with your hand. You come up about an inch from the bottom, and you want to smash and try to flatten it so it, when you take the paper off, it'll have an oval shape like a football. Okay, I done smashed that in. And when I'm working with the children, like I did in Cherry Hill about a month ago, I showed about 30 or 40 children how to play music with a soda straw. And they got the oval shape, shaped like a football. After you get that oval shape, you take a pair of scissors and you cut the corners off, like I'm doing here. Now, when I'm working with the children, I try not to cut it too sharp on the ends so they won't jab their tongue. But this is a perfect one right here. So you see how it's shaped? After you get the soda straw shaped like that, you place it in your mouth with your folded in lips, like me. And I tell them if they're right-handed to place the straw in their hand. See how I have it in my hand? And then you couple your hands so you have like a hollow ball. You put the straw back in your mouth. You can make all kind of sounds with it. And if they take the same straw and they put two holes in it, which I had a hole punch here, I could show you where they would insert. So I do have a hole punch. I hope I can get my hands on it. I want to show them how to, one in here. No, but I'll cut it. I'll cut it with the scissors. I'll cut a diamond. If you cut a diamond, the idea will still be the same. You want to cut like a diamond shape, a crisscross cut in the straw, like a diamond. And you pluck it out. See what I did there? That's the same as a hole as far as the straw is concerned. Then you come up another 3/4 of an inch and you cut another hole. You cut it at an angle on both sides. And then you got two holes. Now with those two holes, I show them that they can play a song with two fingers with the straw. This is an example. You take the two fingers, you place it on the straw like I have it here, and you go. You can play the Charlie Brown song. But it's a lot of fun. And another thing about playing the straw, you can take a straw, instead of making one instrument, you can probably make four. Or you can cut the straw in half. Once you cut it off, it becomes a different instrument altogether in a way because the sound is louder. You can manipulate the tones better. You can really make it talk. You put it in your hand the same way I showed you, in between your thumb and your forefinger. You squeeze it like that. Then you put it in your mouth. You couple your hand, making a little ball, and you go. It's a lot of fun. So it's a very cheap instrument. And these instruments, well, the straw, sometimes I call it the final straw. Sometimes I call it the straw that broke the camel's back. But I tell people along in my line of work, I have to pull a few straws to get ahead. So that's the deal on that. And you can play two straws in your mouth at the same time, a long one and a short one. And after you hear the harmonics, you're not going to want to stop. Okay. Now, another instrument that I made, it's over here. I got to get it. It's a guitar. I don't have it plugged up to my amp. I call this a clock guitar because I made it from a clock. I think it might have the right time. Anyway, the clock guitar is an electric guitar. I ain't plugging into the amp because I didn't know how much time I would have. But you probably ain't gonna be able to hear it unless I plug it in. So let me. I got an amp over here, so let me use that just to give you an idea. I'm not a guitar player. I'm a guitar maker.
You made that?
Huh? What did you say?
You made that?
Yeah. I made this from a clock, and what happened was, I want you to hear it a little bit of, at least hear what it sounds like. Okay. All right. Put this here. I'm gonna plug it in. Mm-hmm. I called the devil in the phone booth, dial 911. Preacher in the phone, never got to talk. Like I said, I can't play a guitar, but I know how to make it. This is and I haven't played that in a long time. It needs to be tuned. This is an instrument that I made from a table lamp. And I took the table lamp post and I put a bell on it from a bicycle horn, the kind of horn that has the black rubber squeeze ball. I took that off and took the bell from the bicycle horn and inserted it into the bottom of the lamp post. Then I inserted copper tubing in the top and used the alto saxophone mouthpiece. This is what it sounds like. I call this a claraboo instead of a clarinet. Put my name on it. And I play this a lot. I'm always hanging out with this one. If I can't go on.
So look, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do we have enough music in our schools today?
No. No, we do not. No, we do not. Uh, Unfortunately, they should have more music in the school. Um, this happened about, let me see, 1966, about 25 years ago. I visited a school, and the security guard at the school said, "We just threw a bunch of instruments away in the dumpster outside." I said, "What? Threw them away?" I went outside and looked in the dumpster. I found 4 guitars. I found a bass clarinet. I found an alto saxophone, a tenor saxophone. I found a small violin. And I just took and got all them instruments and carried them on home. I took them out of the dumpster. I said, "This is crazy." And I went to another school and they threw instruments away. I said, "Why throw them away? At least give them to the Goodwill or something like that, or donate them to somebody or give them to a child. Why put them in a dumpster?" I thought that was the craziest thing that I'd ever witnessed. But anyway, no, in answer to your question, I feel like it's a shame that they don't have more music in the schools. When I go to the schools these days, or when this pandemic is over, I hope I get back into doing so. I would go to the schools and I would show the young people how to make various instruments, especially how to recycle instruments out of found objects, like I do. I try to encourage them to think outside the box. So I show them how to make little drums out of the number 10 coffee cans that they throw away in the cafeteria. I have a relationship with the people in the recycling plant over there on Bentlow Street. The guy gives me all the rubber, inner tube rubber that I want. And I told him I'm working with children, making little drums with them. And we make all types of little drums. I have about 25 or 30 different colors of duct tape for the children to decorate the drums with. And I have over, I guess, hundreds of different colored markers. So they decorate their drums, they make their drums. I have drum kits. And the children, they make their own little drums. And they usually have, the little small kids have to have an adult or a big brother or sister help them hook the drum on. I don't have any now because every one I make, I sell. People order them, and I'm making them sold out. But I do have a picture of what they look like. I'm going to get it. This is a picture of a couple of the drums that they make. I got an Oriole drum and a Raven drum here, but they can put any theme on their drum that they like. These drums, I usually sell the kits. The kits are $20, and the kits come with everything they need to make the drum. The heads, the sticks, the decorating material, all that comes, and the drums are very safe. There's nothing harmful on the drums. When I first started making these drums, the playing sticks had rubber balls on them. I decided to stop that because I didn't want any small kid to think, or a child to get a hold of it thinking that the little rubber ball on the end was a lollipop. I didn't want that going into their mouths. So I round off the sticks now. And the drums sound very nice. They're very safe to play, and they're headache proof. So they don't get on parents' nerves. The heads, as I mentioned before, are made from car tire rubber, inner tube rubber. Okay, they hook down with 12 gauge electrical wire, and they're a lot of fun for the children to play. I go to the schools and I have workshops and I show the children how to make these little drums, and I have them on order. People order, and that's why I don't have a real one in my hand to show you because the farmers market bought the last ones I had. Okay. I'm gonna make some more after I get off of this show.
So tell us again where you are throughout the week.
I'm at the farmers market on Waverly. At Waverly Farmers Market on every Saturday. I'm up there with a bunch of drums laid out for the children to play. Matter of fact, I might have the only child activity going on at the farmers markets. Uh, some of the children are so small they can't do the hula hoops, but all sides can play those drums that I have laid out, and they have a ball playing them. I have drums, I have maracas, I have shakerays, I have all types of rattles. I have a drum that I made, or well, it's a steel drum that I made with a steel pipe, not a steel pipe, a steel pot. And I tuned it like a steel drum, and the children enjoy playing all of those various instruments. So I'm at
How do we stop the violence in Baltimore, in other cities? How do we stop this violence? Can music soothe the savage soul?
Yes. Matter of fact, I wish there was somewhere I could go and teach somebody, even the squeegee boys. I could show them or some of the skills that I have, teach them how to do some of the things that I do. And they can make and sell various instruments. I can show them how to make marimbas. Here's a xylophone. I don't know if you can see it. This was made, this marimba or xylophone is made from molding stripping from around the baseboard of the floor of a house. Okay? And this is a simple. A lot of fun to play. Not hard to make. So I could show them how to tune. They get a tuner, they get the boards, they tune the boards, they lay them out on a trough like a bed. And then I decorated mine up so it would look like it's based upon a bunch of bricks. So I decorated to give it a brick wall look. And around my neck, I have a thumb piano. This is a kalimba. Certain parts of Africa call it a sanza. But the thumb piano that I have, or kalimba, is made from a sardine can. I recycle a sardine can, and the playing keys or the tines are made from jumbo bobby pins. And you slide them in, you tune it by sliding the keys in. This one is in the key of G. A lot of fun to play. I wear this one a lot. If I'm in a line, I get bored, and I get a lot of orders for these because it's.
Come on, Abu. I want to get back to the therapy for these young. I want to get back to some medicine for our young men out here in particular. What can we do? Our youngsters off the hook.
I wish somebody established a location for a workshop where they already have a place called Open Works. I'd like to have. I'm going to go and contact the people at Open Works, find out if they give me a location in that building where I can show children or young men, teenagers, or children of all ages how to make and how to do positive things and creative things with their hands. Try to encourage them to think outside the box. Try to encourage them to be inventive, have an inventive mind, and create with their hands something positive that will last and do something good instead of bad. Think about good things that they can create tomorrow or today and get into it. And I have over 100 different instruments made out of found objects. And if they see some of the instruments that I have, they may be inspired to make and do the same type of thing. Right here is a bass harp. I don't know if, like I said, it's not mic'd up, but you might can still appreciate the sound. A lot of fun to play and easy to make. This here, I call this instrument a bootar. It's the only one in the world. A lot of my instruments are original because I don't copy other people's crafts. It's mostly what I have is something that I thought up and came up with. The bottom
So,
of the
I hear a little bit of Asia, maybe India. I hear that Pentateuch in there.
yeah, yeah. The one string, but it's fastened in with a button, and you squeeze the two molding strippings, and that what bends the tone. A lot of fun to play, not hard to make. And
So look at you in the Guinness Book of World Records or what?
I don't know how to even get into it. I guess somebody had to enroll me into something like that. I have another one of a kind here. Where is it? Oh, it's not over here. This is the only one in the world like this. I donated one of these instruments to a very popular and a legend in the jazz world. Uh, maybe you know who he is. He plays a lot of horns in his mouth at one time. Do you know who he is? Not Yusuf Lateef, but Vasson Roland Kirk. Okay, this is a double barrel nose flute. This is the only one. They have nose flutes in South America, but it's a single cylindrical tube. And when they play it out of one nostril, and they put their thumb in the other nostril. And I didn't like the way that looked with the thumb in the nose thing. So I came up with the idea of a double barrel nose flute to give the other nostril something to do. Very easy to play. You put it between your nose and breathe, it goes right off. And I put it so you can play different chords. I used to play a Stevie Wonder song out of it. My daughter's name is Aisha. Oh, by the way, you don't play it if you have a cold. But anyway, well, in answer to your question, like I'm going to contact the people at Open Works to find out if they give me a space there to work with young people, and I invite them to come in. And if they furnish me with, I have a lot of tools myself, but some of the tools, if someone want to donate some tools to help the young people, will accept that. And I like to have classes down there every day if I could. But the kids come out of school, they want to come and learn how to do, or those that, like I said, even the squeegee boys, if they want to learn a skill or something to do, I can show them how to make benches. I can show them how to make all types of folding tables out of wood, how to make benches out of wood. I can show them how to make items that they can sell, and different types of musical instruments that they can make and sell. Like those Army helmet drums, they're not hard to make. They get the skin, they cut it. They can print the skin you purchase from a place like Tandy's Leather. They get a large sheet of rawhide. You cut out a piece of it. You soak it in water for 3 hours in cold. Once you soak it for 3 hours, it gets soft and flimsy like a t-shirt. Then it dries hard. But while it's soft, you take and you like thread it. You put holes in it. You thread it down like I did this. You after you thread it down, you let it dry in a few hours, and you got a nice drum. These drums sell for $100. People buy them because they're rare. They got a lovely tone, and again, they're safe. Most of the instruments that I make are very safe for children. Again, I don't sell the small kids the one with the ball on the end because I don't want their little baby brother or sister to put it in their mouth like a lollipop or get and choke on it. So I usually make them drums or make their sticks the kind that don't come off or don't look like a ball or something to eat. Because I like the idea of all my instruments being safe.
But what musician do you want to perform with?
Oh my goodness. I would like to perform with, oh my goodness, I love so many musicians. I like to perform.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh my goodness, I would love to perform.
Have you ever met him?
I never met him.
You have not met him. All these people in Baltimore claim they know Stevie Wonder and they know what you are.
I never met Stevie Wonder.
That's Baltimore for you. Baltimore can be stingy, you know.
Stevie Wonder came to Baltimore about 30 years ago. And at the time when he came, this is how close I got. I was performing in Baltimore City Jail. It was near Christmas. And after my performance, Stevie Wonder came on. But I never met him personally. But Stevie Wonder was there too. And I said, wow, these people in jail are enjoying this music by Stevie Wonder. And the people outside the jail can't even afford to go to the concert. I was tripped out. Then they had Santa Claus.
But still, look, he performed in the jail?
He performed in Baltimore City Jail.
What year was this?
It was 30 or 35 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife was around the time, and she would travel with me when I go do my shows. And I was shocked. I gave Maurice, Earth, Wind, Fire, I gave him a kalimba. I gave a kalimba to, I gave a nose flute to Russell Roland Kirk backstage when they had a jazz club on the east side called the Northeast Lounge over there off of Gay Street. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't remember that. I remember Gay Street, Patterson Park, North and Gay.
Yeah. Well, over there at the end of Gay Street in North was Jazz Paradise. Everybody would go there for a lot of the jazz shows. And they're doing the same thing now downtown. What is it? What's this alley they call it?
Oh, anyway,
yeah. But I would love to play with anybody that has nice rhythms and nice beats. I like my favorite guitarist is Earl Klugh.
Oh, yeah, back in Central Park.
Benson, I love playing with him. But if somebody got a nice beat, I'm ready for it. Like I say, at the farmers markets, I have music that I use, that I Bluetooth through from my iPhone into my amps.
I'm scared of you. Tell them about the iPhone, man. Hey, look, I got an iPhone now. I'm following your lead. Tell them about your iPhone.
My iPhone.
When you first got it.
My grandson got me into using iPhone. I got an iPhone 11 Pro Max. But my grandson got to me a couple of years ago, and he was 11 years old. He said, "Papa Boo, you got to get rid of that flip phone." So, and I'm so glad I listened to him, because I went on and got a smartphone. And when I got the phone, I was coming from Towson back to Baltimore. And when I was on my way back, I saw two roads. One road said 83, and the other one said 25 Falls Road. So I said, Falls Road? I go to Falls Road every morning for coffee there at McDonald's. I said, let me not go to the 83. Let me take Falls Road and go home. But little did I know that Falls Road goes north and not south. And I got on that Falls Road and I was heading to Pennsylvania and didn't know it. It was dark. I was running out of gas. And I remembered that my grandson said, you asked Siri where to get this and where to get that, how to go here, how to go there. And I remembered that because it was dark. I saw reindeers and stuff running across the road. And I said, And I was running out of gas. I was very frightened. And because I said, if I get out of this car and I knock on somebody's door, I'm going to get shot. And then I remember what he said. I said, Siri, where's the closest gas station based on my location? And it guided me. He said, go up, make a left, come down there, and guided me right to the gas station. Then I said, Siri, how do I get to Druid Hill Park in Baltimore? Because I knew if I got to the park, I'd be home because I live across the street from the park. Siri guided me home. And I was so grateful to my grandson for saving my life. Because if I knocked on somebody's door at 3 or 4, 2 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, I wouldn't get a chance to even tell them that I'm lost and out of gas.
So long story short, you never...
Martha, bring my gun. There's a nigger at the door.
So Abu, we're not too young to learn how to use the iPhone, right?
That's right. But it's a smartphone, but you got to be smart enough to use, be smart enough to get the right question.
Well, I remember when you first started, and the next thing I know, you doing all kinds of operations, plugging in your amp and all of this. You come a long way, brother.
I'm still doing, I'm grateful for the good Lord for having me here at 81 and not, well, I got both of my shots, of course. I'm going to get the third one when it's ready. But I'm glad that I'm in the condition that I'm in. I stopped all my bad habits. I used to smoke, used to drink beer all that time, all that kind of stuff. But I dropped a lot of all of my bad habits. And now I'm healthy as I can be. I'm running up the steps 2 or 3 steps at a time. And I feel like maybe I'm in the 40s rather than in the 80s. I feel like I'm in 30, 35 or 40 because I'm really feeling good shape. So, but anyway.
How can people hire you to make musical instruments for them?
Say that again.
How can people get in touch with you?
Oh. Abu the Flutemaker. My phone number is 443-814-7464.
Say it again.
443-814-7464. Okay. I'm on Good Park Drive. 14. I don't know if I should give my address out.
No, don't give your address. We got your name, your email. We can put your email out there.
My email is Abu the Flutemaker, the number 40 at iCloud.com.
Go ahead. You fancy now.
Huh?
You come a long way since a flip phone. You got an iCloud email address. Wow.
I love this phone.
Look, Brenda, say hello to Brenda Bailey. Say hello to Brenda.
Oh, Brenda Bailey.
Yeah, Brenda Bailey.
Brenda Bailey, hi, Brenda.
And Michael off down in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Have a great life, my dear.
And Michael down in Florida.
Oh, wow, is that right?
Yeah, he down in Tampa Bay, Florida.
Oh, my goodness. I've been there. That's where I fought. I've been to Tampa, Florida. I was down there when I was in the Air Force. I went down there to fight. but I was fighting lightweight in the Air Force, and I had I had to go down to Tampa Bay um, to fight down there when I was in the Air Force. I enjoyed it there. It was so tropical to me because I was coming from Madison, Wisconsin, Truax Field Air Force Base, where it's real cold, bitterly cold. So I was glad to go to Tampa where it was nice and mild and tropical. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to my main question that you didn't answer. What is the key to life?
I don't know. The key to life is.
What's the key to getting 81 years of age?
I would say all I've been doing is I do the right thing and I pray. I treat people the way I love to be treated. I pray. I love my music, and that's it. The good Lord is in His hands. So I pray that God allow me to be 100 and plus years, especially as long as I'm in good health.
You're a Pisces, right?
Yes, I'm a Pisces.
Well, since I last talked to you, I have learned that the Pisces being the last sign in the horoscope means that the Pisces is the most evolved of the signs.
Oh, yeah.
They tell me an Aries is like a 1-year-old, but the Pisces is like a 12-year-old.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So go ahead. You got to tell them one more time about their sign and their key.
The Aries note is C sharp. All Aries sing, come, hum, and then the key of C sharp. All Aries, male or female, doesn't matter your race or your age. Aquarius is A. All Aquarians sing and hum in the key of A. Pisces is B. Taurus the bull is flat. Leo is B flat. Got E flat for Taurus, B flat for Leo. It say note B flat, besides being the note of the tenor saxophone. They say B flat is the universal tone mantra. They say if you could hear the sound of space, you would be hearing the note B flat. All right. All right. Cancer is G sharp. Sagittarius is F. Libra is D. Capricorn is G. Virgo is C. Scorpio is E. I know I'm probably leaving out somebody. Who am I leaving out? I said Gemini is F sharp. If you can think of somebody I'm leaving out, tell me.
That's about it.
Everybody, because I want them to treat themselves harmonica in their note. And like I say, I want them to try playing it with the music that they love. And they'll be amazed how well they blend in with the band.
We got to get you over to Asia, Abu. We got to get you to Asia. I think they would buy all your products.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Have you been to Asia?
No. I've been to a Chinese restaurant. Does that count?
No. Have you been to Africa?
No, I haven't. But years ago, when I was started making flutes, I'm almost ashamed to say this, but it's the truth. When I started making flutes, I drawing pictures on them and painting because I was blessed to be an artist. So I would draw flowers, birds, all types of pictures on the flutes I was making. And I was making different types of flutes, shakuhachi flutes, that are made in China and Asia. I couldn't get a lot of work that I wanted to do because I wanted to do then when I first started what I want to do now. I want to teach others how to do what I do. So what happened was I couldn't get any work. I saw some people it was on in the Afro, it was an article about some people that said that they lied and said that they were from Africa. And I went to the Islamic Center in Washington, D.C., garbed down because I like wearing African clothing. And one of the ladies, there was a couple of ladies, they were seniors and they were like tourists and they was touring the area and they saw me. And one of them came up to me and said, "Sir, what part of Africa are you from?" I said, "Lady, I'm not from Africa. I'm from Baltimore." And she put her head down. She said, "Oh, how unfortunate." So I said, "Unfortunate." And then I walked away. I told my wife about what happened. But after I saw this article in the paper, I started lying and saying that I was from Africa because I knew how to speak a little bit of Arabic. So I started lying and saying I was from Africa, and I developed myself an accent. Back then, they had a show on TV called North Star, and the lady that was hosting the show was named Edith House. I never forget that because I was on her show several times. And
Edie House from Baltimore?
Yes. I went on a TV show that was called North Star, and this was.
Well, I gotta call up and I gotta call up and tell about that. I bet you she don't remember.
But she had that show. I was on her show when I think I was around 35 years old then.
Wow.
When I went on her show. So
I'm gonna call her up and I might even give her your phone number.
Remembers me.
I bet you she do. You know she retired from the school system.
That's what I heard. I would love to see her.
Oh, I'm gonna have her call you. You just made her day. Watch when I call her.
See her.
So look here, we gotta get you to hold the camera, and you gotta hold the camera because we gotta bring your grandson into the fold.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll hold the camera.
He wasn't expecting this.
No, he wasn't.
Oh yeah.
I like this. Okay.
You had to hit
You can.
this cam.
Yeah. What do I have to hit?
Actually, I can do it. I just put the front camera. Whoops.
I wish you had put your violin with you.
I know.
I wasn't thinking.
But it's all right because we about to find out what it is.
He plays down at the end of all this stuff, and he plays all.
All right. So tell us your name again. Is it Khalil?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Bill Campbell. He's a very serious violinist.
Okay, it's his turn. Come on now, boo. So how you spell Khalil? Khalil.
Khalil.
Okay, what's your last name?
Campbell, like the soup. And that's Campbell.
I can spell the soup. Stop playing. So look.
It's a habit.
What do you? Okay, what's a good habit? What are you doing next Saturday, October the 16th? At 3 p.m.
3 p.m. I am busy. I just graduated from architecture school from Morgan State, and I'm working full time with my professor. So
what'd you major in?
Architecture and environmental design.
And so what will you do with that?
Actually, sorry about that. I'm gonna have. I just flipped the camera back so you can hold it.
Well, how did I get to you?
Yeah.
I don't see you.
You see me now?
No. Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
Stay still, Abu.
Okay.
So, I actually have been working with my professor in architecture as far as bettering communities here in Baltimore. So we just did a project in Park Heights that we are. It's still underway. We started it last summer, where we went to a urban farm to design a demonstration kitchen. So it was me and a few other alumni from the program at Morgan, and we designed a demonstration kitchen where local chefs can come in and demonstrate how to prepare food based on the produce that they grow on the farm. So
So so that was grad school? Well, that's your
no,
bachelor's?
yes, sir.
And so will you go back to school or you done?
So I am going to be going back to school. Hopefully, if not this spring, then the following fall. However, fall of 2022 of next year, I am planning to study architecture in Japan for a month. So I'm just going to go throughout the entire nation of Japan for a month, studying all the various types of architecture and just do an independent study on it.
When you're there, I want you to consider putting 3 hours of work on promoting your granddad, because I'm telling you, they want him in Asia.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Okay, so the next time you're available, we'd like to recognize you with one of our Black Wall Street Awards. We'd like you to come out to one of our ceremonies. And because I love what you're doing, but I also love that you help your granddad.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to help him out. I get to spend time with him, so it's always a great time with that, bro. So
I mean, how many kids have a granddad like you, bro?
exactly. That's why I'm very, very thankful, more than thankful, and just being with him, through my childhood to, up to now, I jam with him every once in a while. So it's a lot of fun.
What a memory, bro. I'm so proud of you. I'm your Uncle Donnie. Snatched my number out of his phone. But Khalil, I remember when he had the flip phone. He was dangerous with it.
Absolutely.
But I remember the transition. Look, Khalil, because I'm just getting an iPhone. I got an Android, but I watched him master that iPhone because I was intimidated by it. And he gave me the confidence, like, I can do this. I watched him, he was doing all this. I'm like, is this the same dude?
Right.
Good deal. What do you think? One final question. Any advice for the elected officials running this city? Any advice from a younger person's perspective?
So I'll make this brief, but I'm originally from Owings Mills, though I've been living in the city for about 5 years now. And, it's, I think, kind of going back to your question regarding if there's any, if there's as much music programs as there should be in schools. And just to piggyback off of that, I feel like more emphasis should be put into extracurricular activities like music, like art and photography, and these programs that are being kind of discarded altogether, where there's no alternative for the youth in the city. So I think that's very, very important that elected political officials need to highlight that a lot more.
Khalil, I just want you to know that there are many ways to make your community proud, and it's not always with a ball. Nothing's wrong with sports, but that's just one aspect of our greatness.
Right. Exactly.
We designers. Had I known in my 9th grade at Poly that the Egyptians created algebra and geometry and trigonometry and physics, I probably would have had, a better chance at mastering those skills. But, that's why we pass it on to you and you pass it on. But congratulations, Morgan State. I think the School of Engineering is the third greatest HBCU, or the third number of,
I believe so.
Highest number of engineering students.
Yeah, I believe so. And it's funny because I went into Morgan as an engineering student, but I switched my major to architecture my sophomore year.
So. But that's in the same school?
No, it's 2 separate schools. So there's the School of Engineering, and then there's the School of Architecture and Planning, which is where the school I graduated from.
Oh.
So, but we share some of the a few of the buildings.
Well, I gotta ask you this, Khalil. What do you do with a city like Baltimore that was built for more than 1 million people, but now we're down to 600, 500,000?
So it's funny because even me also traveling to DC, I'm in New York a lot, and Baltimore has this gem to it, as far as architecture and like city planning, where you see projects being built, but I want to be able to lead the effort, help lead the effort where we're designing for everyone, not just, let's say, the 1%, or I want to be as inclusive as possible for not just new residents, but residents that have been here for decades. Um,
The
just
way
to
I
make.
see it, Khalil, there's a new non-black demographic moving into the inner city, making changes like an increase in bike lanes,
Mhm.
where the indigenous population has very little, if any, say so.
Right, and it's a bit biased, I guess, for me because I am a cyclist. I do use bike lanes, and while bike lanes are very important, I still believe that people who have been living in these neighborhoods, they deserve more of a say than those who are potentially going to be residents or new residents of the city. So,
Well, I encourage you to look up Baltimore Mayor J. Barry Mahul. He was the
okay,
father of segregation, and his housing policies were replicated around the United States. So Baltimore, as well as America, has a lot to undo. But anyway, we wish you the absolute best. It's an honor to meet you. We had to put you in front of the camera because all of this that we've done is for you and those behind us. And we pray that you will pick up the mantle and one day be passing it on to those behind you as well.
absolutely. And just real quick, what was the name of the mayor again?
J. Period. Barry Mahul. Mahool. J. Barry Mahul. He was around the early 1900s. And I'll tell you something else. Your granddad lives what, on Madison?
Yeah.
Over that way. There's a street not far from me called McMecken Street.
Yes, I'm very.
It's named after a black man named George McMecken. So every time J. Barry Mahul would do something stupid, George McMecken was right there to be on him like white on rice.
Right. That's how we have to be. We expect change, but we have to hold these people accountable. And I also feel like more emphasis should be put on, local officials and not just when the presidential midterms or the election roll around. So
Good deal. We thank you for your time. Thank you for being both the cameraman and a guest. And we ain't got nothing but love for you and Abu the Flutemaker. World famous, brother. So again, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right on this network. You have a beautiful evening.
thanks again, Donnie. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, Abu.
Wa alaikum salam.